Nick here, obviously, and this is the solo for Black Velvet. Okay, so apologies, you'll be able to hear a washing machine washing my clothes. But yeah, rock and roll. Okay, here we go. So the solo starts with this. I think you've already done this first bit, but I'll just go through it quickly. This bend from 10, and we end up on that 9. So I think you've got these bits. I'll just play the next phrase as well. Ignore that last note, that was a mistake. So if I was to play the first and second phrases together. So we then go into this this little bend for the final part of the solo. So we're up at E minor pentatonic position 1, and we're going to be playing a bend on the B string. Okay, we then have a fret 12, so we're coming down the E minor pentatonic, 12, 15 on the B string, pull off to 12, and then a bend on that 3rd string, 14 up to 16. So okay, and then we have on the B string, 12, 15, back to 12, so okay, and then we finish it off by doing this high bend. My guitar doesn't like that, but that bend there. Okay, so it's a 15 up to the 17, and we'll bring it back down. So that final sort of, or this phrase here. Okay, so if I do those little bends before it. Okay, you should be hearing that note come back down, but I'm not doing a very good job at that. So I'll try it one last time. There we go, it's a bit better. And then it says to re-pick that 15. I know it doesn't, it just says a pull off from 15 to 12. This bit is a bit hard to hear, and it's probably hard for you to hear me with that washing machine going. I think it's on a fast spin now, just so that you know. Okay, so I think it's just a bluesy phrase sort of heading down the E minor pentatonic scale. So after you've done that little bend, okay, I myself would probably blag it and just go and just do a little run. It's something like that, but it's quite hard to hear, and I'm not entirely sure the tab is accurate at this part. So I would just play 12, 15, pull off to 12, and then a hammer on from 14 to 15. That gives us the little blues note, and then I'll do a pull off onto 12, and then finish on the 14 on the root note. So okay, so that phrase up to that point is like that. Okay, then the phrase from then, so that's just 14 on the D and then on the G. Okay, and then we have this little double stop here on the 12s. It says that there's a fret 12 on 3 strings, but I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, and this next phrase is quite nice. It's got a string skip in it, which I like. So again, this part of the tab, if you're looking at the solo, this is the 4th line down. And this is all pretty much accurate, I think. So we have I'm just playing what's written now. So okay, so I'll just quickly talk you through that bit. So E minor pentatonic again, so 14 on the D, 12, a bend up from the 14 on the G down to the up to the 16, and back down to the 14, followed by a 12 on the same string, and landing on that D string at fret 14, and then we have a 12 on the and a 14 on the G. So we then do a string skip, so we jump over the B string onto the E string fret 12 with a little cheeky bend on the 15 on the B string up to 17, We then play the 12 on its own on the high E, bend up on the 15 to 17, and then we play a 15, and then a 12, and then a 15, and then we finish with a 15 bent up to 17. So that phrase there is and hopefully that's okay.